Okay, week 5 is closing up. We've got Sunday night tonight. We've got the 4 o'clock games still finishing up here. And then we've got Monday night tomorrow night. But to cover all the action that's happened so far, it's Cameron and Caleb back again. Cabes, how you feeling today?
Not bad, man. Didn't get to watch as much football as I wanted to today, but I'm trying to make up for it here in the
I
evening.
like that.
But yeah, I mean, all my fantasy teams suck. So I mean, in hindsight, I get to just sit back and enjoy football, and know that fantasy's not going to phase my emotions anymore.
But we have to talk about this. We made up for it. We were at church today, got out at what 12 something, and
It
at
was close.
12:55, I think it was 12:55. Me and you put together a little anytime touchdown parlay, and
That we did.
it hit, baby. It
We
hit
hit. We're on the books.
on the books. We were thinking of Seamus. I hope Seamus comes on tonight to see this. We were thinking of Seamus and his brothers parlay, so we did our own little brothers parlay. And yeah, hit what $10 for 360.
10 for 360. We had, uh, man, I'm already forgetting. Nico Collins and Devon A. and why am I forgetting? Montgomery.
David
And
Montgomery.
then the hard leg we put in, Theo Johnson.
Here he is.
Um, so yeah, that felt good. I can buy myself a new mic hopefully here soon, so I don't sound like a toaster oven on the podcast.
Actually, doesn't sound too bad. Seamus is here, so thank goodness he's consistent. He said
Sheamus!
at least some of the brothers can hit. So I take it their parlay didn't do too hot today. Kind of a weird day for football. Hard to bet any player props other than the touchdowns. And I mean, dude, it was just crazy because the three of those players were in the first 1 o'clock games, and they hit in the first quarter, like all of them.
Yeah,
And then we were just waiting on Montgomery. We thought about cashing out, and we were like, nah, it's David Montgomery. They're gonna, crush him. So we wrote it, and of course Montgomery throws a touchdown. So we're sitting there like, brother, what? And then last minute, well, not last minute, but I guess it was like the third quarter. Montgomery rushes one in, and that's a pretty exciting game right now. So, but it just feels good. I've been on a little bit of a streak here with betting, so that's nice.
needed a win. Needed a win.
We needed this. All right, let's go through some of these games. We're going to go all the way back to Thursday. Tonight, we also have some guests coming on to talk the Sunday night football game. It's Bills taking on the Patriots. And then we have someone coming on to talk Chiefs and Jags for Monday night. But we're going to rush through these games, try to cover everything that was important with all these. If you're watching, make sure you're following the YouTube channel, subscribe, comment, hang out with us. Tell us what your favorite part of the day or your least favorite part, what wins you have had, what losses you've had. We want to know. So, Cabes, Thursday night football, 49ers Rams.
Dude,
What the heck?
what a sick game. That was a dope game to watch.
Oh,
I don't like staying up late on Thursday nights, but I did. Sorry.
Isaac
It's
Tesla just
a
scored.
Isaac Tesla touchdown. Wow.
I might have hit another bet.
Are you kidding me? I'll keep going while
Oh,
you pull that up.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, no, super fun game, man. Mac Jones comes in. Almost everyone and their mother is hurt for the Patriot or the 49ers right now. They are running on the bottom of the barrel. But they get it done. Mac Jones balls out. Dude, did you see at the end of the game? He got tackled. He gets up and like his like socks are ripped up, his jersey's tore up. He's like bleeding down one side. He's got a limp. I mean, Mac Jones already when he walks, looks like he has sciatica in both hips. But I mean, they tore this dude up, but he hung in there. It's very impressive. Mac Jones
Yeah.
past first round pick. Um, but I mean, great game overall. I won't spend a lot of time on it, but I really enjoyed watching that game. And is Mac Jones a QB that teams right now should be keeping an eye on to trade for
Yeah.
if they are in QB need?
Dude, I would tell the Steelers to trade for him in a heartbeat. I think Mac Jones is a good quarterback. He was just in a bad system.
Yeah.
Not a bad system, just a bad team with the Patriots. And but since then, I mean, last year he played with the Jags and came in a few spots, and
And look good.
the last half of the season looked great. Made Brian Thomas like one of the top receivers in the league. So I think last night's game or Thursday night's game just showed everybody that Kyle Shanahan is still the GOAT, like one of the best coaches in the NFL. I mean, to win that game against a good Rams team in Los Angeles, and like the scoreboard is close, but for the whole first half, the 49ers were like dominating.
Yeah.
So, just really impressive. Good win for the Niners. So, let's talk about this. Talk about today's games. I will say I have one. I made an extra touchdown parlay earlier. It was
without me.
Yeah, sorry, B, bro.
That's bad juju. You ain't hitting another one for at least 3 weeks.
Listen to this one. This one is close. It was Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon-Ra, and Tesla scoring touchdowns.
Oh my gosh!
Plus 8,324.
Oh my gosh! What'd you put on it?
5, and would have paid 421, but Amon-Ra still hasn't scored. So, and then I made another 6-legger that was pretty much the same, except it was Gibbs, Montgomery, Michael Carter, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Omarion Hampton, and JSN. The only that didn't hit was Amon-Ra and Omarion. Yeah, so it's over. But it was fun. It was fun. Okay. Vikings Browns in London. Vikings win last minute. Cabes, what do you think about this game?
Dylan Gabriel's debut. I was not able to watch much of it. Looks like he had 19 completions on 33 attempts, but he protected the ball, so that's really cool to see. I know a lot of people were pretty down on Dylan Gabriel. I'm sure Browns fans would rather see Shadur, but Shadur's not good, so you'll stick with Dylan Gabriel and like it. I mean, you were talking about it this morning at church. It was great usage for the first quarter for Harold Fannin, and then it just went away. So that kind of hurt. Quinshon Judkins, is he the best running back from this draft class?
Certainly looks like it. I mean, 23 carries, 110 yards. Had a couple bad ones apparently called back on penalty, but a couple where he was big runs or touchdown runs. Judkins is just balling right now.
And it's, again, with the Vikings, it looks like they're kind of hurting to scheme up something against bad teams that don't really have a particular scheme. So you'd like to think that once J.J. McCarthy comes in, that things are going to get better. But I don't know. Are they? Maybe J.J. slowly gets better over the season. I think it's the best thing you can hope for, honestly, as a Minnesota fan.
They got to give JJ some more run.
Absolutely.
It's just he didn't look good so far. Carson Wentz has come in and at least been throwing the ball and putting some numbers on the board, but they're still losing. And Wentz is turning the ball over. He didn't today, but he's just not a great quarterback. But it was good to see Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison get in there. Did you see the thing about Jordan Addison skipped? He was like not present at the team meeting, so he got sat for the first quarter because he was hanging out.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
brother. Hilarious. That's why. Oh my gosh!
I was trying to figure it out too. He's killing me. Bro.
He's out there. What's he doing in London?
I have no idea.
He's got to get it together, man. I mean, he's already coming off a 3-game suspension. You want to
can't have all that.
No, not at all.
No, like you said, good showing for Dylan Gabriel. Love to see it. Rookie quarterback against really good Vikings defense in London, and no interceptions, no fumbles, throws 2 touchdowns. Might not have been ultra exciting, but it's exactly what you want to see. So let's move on to the Colts and Raiders. Colts give the Raiders the butt kicking of a lifetime, 40-6. The final score. And my question is, where did Ashton Genty go in the second half?
I couldn't answer you. I love Ashton Genty, but I'm more concerned about Geno. I had very high expectations for Geno, and it looks like just bad decision making over and over again. Just passes he's trying to force that aren't there. Um, and we know he can move the ball. We know he can sling it. So I don't know if he's just off his game or what, but man, Geno, get it together. Also needs to throw it to Jacoby Myers, but we'll save that for another time.
It makes no sense. Jacoby Myers is a great player, and Geno's
He's
just
so
struggling
good.
so hard. And the thing I loved about this game from the first half was that they got Genty involved in the receiving game. I think he had 4 or
Yeah,
5 catches at halftime,
yeah,
which you love to see it. But it's like he didn't touch the ball the second half. And I get it that they were down, but that just feels like prime Genty territory. Get him open in space, let him make some plays.
yeah,
I
exactly.
digress.
I
Colts,
just
Jonathan Taylor balling.
I was gonna say for whoever was against Jonathan Taylor this week, like I was in multiple leagues, not good, not good at all. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Nah.
that's all I got.
Yeah. No, Colts look good. Daniel Jones, still average, like and this is a bad Raiders team, so they just ran the ball all over them. But yeah, I just like to see Tyler Warren. He's fun to watch.
He's good. He's very good.
Yeah, very, very good. All right, another blowout. Texans Ravens. Texans
Wow.
win 44-10. Baltimore now falls to 1-4. They are tied for last in the division. So what were your thoughts from this game, Caleb?
Obviously, it would have been but a pretty different outcome if Lamar had played this game. But I think
Yeah.
me and you were talking about it this morning. The Baltimore's defense doesn't know what they're doing. They are letting just play after play happen. They're not getting pressure from the QB. And this is a Texans team who has a beat up O line, not very good. Every team in the league is putting pressure on Stroud, and not letting them get points on the board. But that wasn't happening today. So maybe the whole team is just kind of depressed that Lamar didn't play today, and it's just a down game for everyone. That's why it looks so ugly on the scoreboard. Um, but gosh, dude, I know the Ravens are good, and Lamar is one of the best right now. But I hope they figure it out.
Yeah,
Xavier Hutchinson, 2 touchdowns. That's annoying. Sorry.
yeah.
Keep going.
No, I was just going to say, everybody, if you can, if you're watching this, please type F in the chat. Just type F in the chat for the prayer circle so that Amon-Ra catches a touchdown. Bengals are scoring, pushing the Lions, making them keep scoring, and I could stand to win a little bit more today with an Amon-Ra touchdown. So, prayer circle, if you're here, type F.
Oh, great and powerful Steve.
Oh, great and powerful Steve. Help. Yeah, you knew Baltimore didn't really have a chance in this game. But it's sad, right? I saw somebody talking about it today. Of course, I see a lot of Steelers Twitter, but Steelers have had a lot of times where they've had backup quarterbacks in over the last couple seasons, ever since even when Ben was here, in Pittsburgh. And the team would still win with a backup. And obviously Baltimore was lacking some of their defensive stars on the defensive side. Roquan Smith didn't play. Kyle Hamilton. So a lot of people didn't play, but it's just sad to see them get blown out by this Texans team that literally has looked like trash all season.
Yeah.
Their offense has been so bad, and you just hate to see it. So really, Ravens are down bad. They get a bye week next week. Gotta hope that Lamar's back the week after.
Sorry, I was going to say one last thing. What is this? The Bengals and the Ravens now are slowly seeing their playoff dreams be ripped away from them because of QB injury. Obviously, the Ravens got off to a slow start because of scheduling and whatnot, but it almost makes you think should teams be investing in a better backup quarterback? I know, obviously, that'd be great.
Oh,
that was a horrible
sorry.
onside kick.
Bengals Lions onside kick, and
Did they get
The
it? Oh my
ball
god.
squirted out. I don't know. We're waiting to see.
Do you
They're
see
trying
that
to
thing
figure it
pop
out.
out?
Dog, if they
Like a
get
goose
that,
egg.
that's so cool.
Um, but yeah, it's like, should these teams be investing in better backup quarterbacks? I know obviously it's something every team wants, but are they trying hard enough to make sure they have it going into the season? Um, Obviously a very
Right.
small thought. It's not that deep, but I don't know. Something
Well,
I've thought
it's
about.
that and coaching, and I think Harbaugh is a good coach, but you see Kyle Shanahan, like Mac Jones under center, they have no receivers. It's literally like cast-offs from the Chiefs. Defense is banged up, and they pull out a win against a really good team. Now you're talking about the Ravens playing a pretty bad team, and they can't do anything. It's just bad. And as a Ravens fan, where your team has been built on dominant defense for so long, it's got to be sad to see. Anyway, with the games that are going on right now, it's super exciting. Titans might get their first
Breaking
win.
news. Titans are about to close in on their first NFL season win with Cam Ward.
Guess who? The Kyler Murray led Cardinals. That is just rich. Yeah, I think Trey called this one.
Did he really?
Yeah, good for him.
Wow. Good stuff, Trey.
All right, we're going to go. Let's talk Saints Giants. Saints beat the Giants 26-14. Flurry of turnovers in the second half for the Giants that lead to the Saints winning. Gabes, what did you see in this game?
I wanted to watch more of this game. I didn't get to, but it looked like it was a great start for Jackson Dart and the Giants. Obviously, Theo Johnson, 2 touchdowns right out of the gate. He was moving the ball. He was running. And then I don't know what happened. I'm just getting alerts that Cam Scatterbo fumbles, and then Jackson Dart fumbles. Jackson Dart throws his first interception, which is just a boneheaded throw. Not good. But I'm going to cut him some slack because he's a rookie QB in a very bad New York offense. And the Saints just keep doing what they do, man, just moving the ball and being a fast-paced offense. And it paid off today. Rashid Shaheed with the deep ball. Olave, I think, had one.
Deebo Samuel
but
touchdown.
That's so boring.
Love it. I love it.
Let's see. Did you see the second interception that Jackson Dart had towards the end of the game?
No.
Oh, it was not his fault. I don't know who the receiver was. It looked like Slayton, but I don't think it was Slayton. But he was running a cross route, a post route. He went up about 10 yards, went off across, and the guy was holding him a little bit, and he just stopped. He just gave up on the route completely. Dart throws the ball to him. He just stops. Defense catches it, takes off. It was atrocious. I don't know who the receiver was, but double disciplines, a wrap on the wrist, something, because that was horrible to watch, and it was not Dart's fault. Not at all. I will not hear another thing about it.
Oh, Titans get their first win, 22-21. Let's talk about this game really quick. Well, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to say on the Saints, I did call this game when we made our predictions. The Saints have just been an exciting team, and I've really enjoyed how they've been playing, and to see them win, just feels good. And I know everybody was really high on the Giants after beating the Chargers. I think it was just a matchup thing because after the Chargers lost their offensive line, we're seeing them now losing pretty handily to the Commanders. So that's just really bad for the Chargers. Still love them, but man. All right, Cam Ward, first win, 22-21, final field goal wins it. Stat line of 21 of 39 for 265 yards, no touchdowns and an interception. It's pretty good. Calvin Ridley came on, 5 catches, 131 yards. I don't know how this happened.
Wow.
Sacks.
Yeah, I was watching the first half of this game, and I haven't watched any Titans games much yet this year, but I started watching, and I saw like 3 dropped passes on like third down plays for Tennessee, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what it's been looking like. So Cam Ward does not look bad. Cam Ward looks very solid.
Yeah.
He's trying to do as much as he can with what he's got. But yeah, great dub for them today. That's sweet. Calvin Ridley, I think
Yeah.
the coach put out like he was pretty disappointed in Ridley and told him he kind of need to get his stuff together and start helping the team. So I guess he pulled together a little bit for this game.
Yeah, and shout out David Roberto for telling all of us to go hit Marvin Harrison's receiving yards over after a few minutes into the first quarter. His line was 100.5 live bet, and Marvin got 98. So shout out Dave. Yeah, the Cardinals. This is just bad, man. Like you were winning 21-6 at half, and come out in the second half and don't score at all. They kind of play this like conservative game plan. It doesn't look like they made any like crucial errors other than the Amari DeMarcado fumble at the goal line, or the it did Adonai Mitchell. He was about to score a touchdown. He threw the ball like a knucklehead.
Did he really?
These guys got to stop doing that. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So I mean that excuse me, that literally cost them the game. That's probably why DeMarcado only got 3 carries, while Michael Carter handled 18 carries after just being signed this week.
I mean, obviously, we know that Arizona is not good. In your prediction, do you think they make coaching changes, personnel changes during the season? Do they wait to the end?
They need to get rid of Petzig. I don't think Jonathan Gannon needs to be fired necessarily, although I'm not like a huge fan, but the defense is actually playing pretty well, and he's a defensive coach.
Yeah.
It's the offensive coordinator, Drew Petzig. I've been calling for him to be fired. He should have been fired before the season after what he did to Marvin Harrison last year. So anyway.
Kyler did leave this game with an injury too. I'm not sure if he came back or not.
He came back. Brissett threw one pass, and then Kyler came back in.
Okay.
So anyway, let's move on because we've got 8 minutes before our first guest shows up. We're trying to cover a lot. So Dallas takes on New York, the Jets, and wins 37-22. Really positive here. Javonte Williams, 16 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown. Golly, man. Really the most surprising thing to me on the Cowboys side is lead receiver Ryan Flournoy. Flournoy, I remember people being excited about him when he first came into the league, and he hasn't really done anything since. But I mean, good for them. I kind of expected a Pickens off game, after he had a big game last week. But yeah, Cowboys, looking good, and their defense looked good for the first half. Second half, obviously, kind of let some garbage scores go through, but Cowboys looking pretty decent despite not having CeeDee Lamb.
For sure. No, they can move the ball well. And I won't talk a lot about them, but Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are so good. They are the Porsche in the trailer park yard. They're so good. And free Garrett. He's top 5 talent in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. We can move on.
Yep. And I love Justin Fields.
I do
no
too.
Interceptions here. 2 touchdowns, 32 of 46 for 283 yards. Also added 7 carries for 26 yards. I mean, he's not playing bad. It's the offensive line looks awful. When pass protecting him. He had 5 sacks for 49 lost yards, and that's just really, really painful. And then on top of that, he doesn't have anybody to throw to other than Garrett Wilson. Mason Taylor had 9 catches for 67 yards. It's just, if they had more receivers, I'm wondering if Fields would actually look a little more competent. I don't think he's played as bad as people may think.
No, absolutely not. I mean, he's playing his heart out too. 6 minutes. You just want to hit the important game and then do the other games.
Yeah, we could do that. Real quick, take these comments. Seamus says, "We them boys, Cowboys." Shout out Cowboys. I know Seamus is happy today. Crushing it with Branson Miles Smith. Cannot believe the games today. Peak NFL Sunday from the most random of games. Saquon only getting 6 carries was bonkers. Yeah, let's get into this Broncos-Eagles game because this one made no sense to me. And it just this was the happiest game for me. Trey wanted me to tell everybody that he is completely unhinged right now. He texted me right after the game,
Trey is
said he
running through
needs-
the streets, waving his shirt over his head. I'm so happy for him.
He says he needs new pants. It just Broncos played a great game, and this is exactly. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but this is what I kind of anticipated would happen: is like the Broncos would be up, the Eagles would have to go into like panic mode and start throwing the ball, and
Yep.
they can't throw the ball because they're not practicing it. They haven't been trying it, and then all of a sudden they want to throw the ball, but they're only throwing it to Dallas freaking Goddard.
Yep.
And I mean, Dallas Goddard's a good tight end. He's not bad. But I mean, dude, he had hold on. Is this right? Yeah. 3 catches for 19 yards on 9 targets. Meanwhile, AJ Brown, you talk about Porsche in a trailer park, 5 catches for 43 yards. At least Devonta Smith had a good game. But yeah, Saquon only had 6 carries this game.
It's just mind-blowing.
And Jalen Hurts threw the ball 38 times, and they still couldn't do anything. And like,
Yeah.
it's just not how you play the Broncos. The Broncos have a dope secondary. They have a great pass rush. They're
a run
aren't very good
defense.
against the run. Yeah, they aren't very good against the run. And you choose to throw the ball. Like Kevin Patullo has no idea what he is doing. Jalen Hurts actually doesn't look bad. As much as I razz him, like he doesn't look that bad. But once again, I just think that I think they need to make that OC change like tomorrow, and they probably won't because it's his first year, and they'll go, "Oh, it's system." And of course, Jalen Hurts going to be like, "Hey, man, we don't care about stats. All we care about is winning."
No,
you're not going to win against good teams when you play like that.
So, absolutely not. And it's like you said, watching it doesn't make sense. We're talking about how they need to pass more. It's like, okay, let's pass more against the Broncos, who are one of the best secondaries, a run funnel defense, and you give Saquon, your star guy, who you've been force feeding for the first 4 games, 6 carries.
Yeah.
Obviously everyone can say you're not an expert, you've never coached a team, what do you know? But it's just common sense, just watching games, that anyone can recognize. And when you watch the pass plays that they dial up for Jalen to do, it looks just like you're playing that annoying guy in Madden, the underneath route, the hook route, the screen pass. Oh, let me throw that deep shot now since he's not expecting it. Deep shot. Okay, right back to the hook route, the underneath route, all the simple stuff. Right, exactly. And that's what Goddard's running. That's what Devonta Smith is running. AJ Brown's running the same thing. It's so boring. I don't know what they saw in the OC to bring him in to be like, yeah, this guy's gonna, really turn our defense. But
Eagles still can't play four quarters of football. So it's crushing it. It's true.
Yeah. But Bo Nix protected the ball today against a very good Eagles defense. So that's exactly what you want to see from Denver. Same thing with J.K. Dobbins, 20 carries, 80 yards, touchdown. Cortland Sutton got involved more later in the game. But, man, I'm glad they lost.
Yeah.
Sorry, Philly.
Tom Brady in here telling us Broncos are trending up, Eagles and Chargers trending down. And 100%. I mean, Eagles are still a good football team, as angry and irritated as I am right now. Like, I can't believe I'm so tilted over a team that I despise, but they just irritate the living snot out of me.
It's such a waste of talent. They're such a talented team. Like, at least use the guys you have. Like, get creative. Look at the Lions. They have all this talent in their team, and they utilize every single one, and they're so good at it. They're one of the most efficient offenses. And they had an OC change, and have they slowed down? No, not at all. They are putting up incredible numbers. Everyone's touching the ball, and they're using everyone, to their potential. So it's doable. And I don't understand why they can't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I was going to lose my brain, lose my mind on that last drive when the Eagles were trying to drive down the field. When every play they did, their receivers were just like causing all this contact with the secondary and like trying to draw the defensive pass interference. Literally, it was the only way they were going to make it down the field. And they almost, there was almost a penalty. That last pass
to Goddard. That made me nervous.
That probably should have been called pass interference, but screw the Eagles because they've had so many offsides or false starts on the tush push that doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So it is 7:30. We're going to bring on our first guest, guests. Nice. Our first guest to talk about tonight's game, the Bills and Patriots. So, everybody, welcome Mr. Alex Percy. Alex, what's
How's
up,
it
man?
going?
Alex, what's going on, man?
It's a good day to be a Patriots fan. Drake Maylover on Instagram hit 100,000 followers today, and Drake May plays
Nice.
football tonight.
Woohoo!
So I am
Let's
hyped
go.
for this game.
Let's go. Yeah, this is
Exciting.
going to be a good one, especially because Josh Allen is what everybody compares Drake May to, at least his potential to.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
And
yeah,
at least
I saw a
this
stat
season,
comparison. They're like
this season,
identical.
I feel like we're actually seeing it, which is really exciting. So,
Yeah,
did you have any?
I like
Go
to
ahead.
mess with my Bills friend, my Bills fan friend about it because he doesn't like Drake May. He's like, nah, he's never going to beat Josh Allen. And I pull up the stats. I'm like, hey, he has a better completion percentage. He has the same passer rating. He has one less touchdown. And then the guy's like, nah, shut up. You guys haven't played anybody.
There's nothing worse than like being so just on a guy and then someone just hits you with like some stats that you didn't know about. And you're like, it doesn't take my love for him.
Yeah.
I've been in that position, but
Patriots trending up a lot. Before we get into this game, Alex, was there anything today that you saw that you were excited about or frustrated about with the Sunday games?
Oh my gosh. I was actually really excited for Spencer Rattler. I think that was his first career win today. And he completely outperformed Jackson Dart. Everybody was on the Jackson Dart hype train after the 1 week where he had an okay game. But I mean, it looked like Spencer Rattler was the better quarterback today. So I was excited to see the Saints actually do something. And that leaves the Jets, unfortunately, as the only team without a win in the NFL. But it was a fun one for them. And then the Panthers got a win and the Titans got a win. And yeah, it was a good week for the bad teams of the NFL. So that was exciting.
Yeah, I still can't believe the Jets are the only winless team. I think they're way better than some of these other 1-4 teams now. But I digress. I was super excited to see the Saints win. Because I feel like they've been playing pretty well. I mean, they've been losing, but like with what they have, playing pretty well. One thing we didn't cover in that game is that Kendra Miller is leading the backfield right now. He had 10 carries today. Kamara had 8.
Wow.
So pretty interesting shift in just the last 2 weeks. Maybe
they got to keep him healthy before they trade him.
Yeah, that's exactly where my mind goes.
Yeah. And speaking of unexpected running back performances, Rico Dowdle, holy cow.
Bro, what?
206 yards?
Oh,
where did that come from?
That was insane. That was insane.
That was hilarious.
Insane.
Honestly.
He looked good too. It wasn't fluky. Like he looked really good. Oh my
there was
gosh.
one of those runs where he broke through, got to the second level, and 2 guys converged on him and both hit him, and he squeezed through that tackle and kept going. Like the only problem was he's slow, so he got caught up with.
Yeah.
But man, he looked good, dude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's all about the situation. The Panthers, I think the Panthers O-line is proven to be a little bit underrated because then you saw Trevor Etienne get a couple carries at the end, and he was doing well with them too. So yeah, that was quite the game on the ground.
I think Dave Canales is like a running back whisperer. As much as people have like touted him as like a quarterback guru, his run game's always succeeded very well. I mean, he was the guy that made Rashad White pretty good.
Shout out Rashad White. He had a good game too.
He had a good game today too. I mean, Rashad White played well. But he made Rashad White look good. And then he came over to Carolina, and Chuba Hubbard, who was like a 4th round injured rookie, was good in college, but never really had done anything yet in the NFL. I mean, he makes Chuba like a top 12 like fantasy running back every week. So shout out Dave Canales. But anyway, let's get into this Bills-Patriots game. So, Alex, my question to you is, how important is this matchup for the Patriots tonight?
It depends on what you mean. Like, how important is it for our future, or how important is it for the morale if we're in a playoff race? If we want to be in the wild card race this year, this is one that you probably need to win to have an over 500 record going into week 5, because we don't have the easiest schedule in the NFL going forward, to be honest. But I wouldn't say it's like essential for our future. It's more of a fun game. If we win it, oh my gosh, we beat the Bills. That's awesome. Doesn't mean we're immediately Super Bowl contenders. Yeah. We're not there yet. We're a young team. Drake May's Super Bowl windows this year and the next 2 years. So we're planning more for the future, I think, as a roster. We've got Stephon Diggs for the next 3. I don't think it's the biggest deal if we lose this week, but it would be awesome if we won. And even if we do lose, we've got New Orleans, Tennessee, Cleveland the next 3 weeks. So a little bit lighter on the schedule after the Bills.
Well, I wouldn't say Cleveland's very light, but yeah.
And that's what they want you to think.
Yeah. It's quite the defense. And Dylan Gabriel played well today, but yeah.
Yeah, Dylan did play very well. But yeah, I definitely agree. What is y'all's record right now?
We're 2-2. We beat the Dolphins and we destroyed the Panthers, and then we lost to the Steelers. We should have won that game and lost to the Raiders week 1 before Geno Smith decided he wanted to throw 3 interceptions again.
Everybody and their cousin was fumbling for New England against Pittsburgh. It was insane. I know you were crying inside. I was hurt. And I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
We got to the 2-yard line. We got within the 2-yard line 4 times that game, and only 2 of them did we score. So,
oh my gosh,
it was rough.
Tom Brady's hopping in here to tell us that the Ravens are now heading out of the playoffs. Patriots are heading in. Very hot take. Very hot take. I mean, Ravens are now 1-4. They do luckily get a bye week next week, so it gives Lamar some time to heal, like we said earlier. But I mean, that's the thing. The Pats wild card hopes are very much alive. The AFC North is just an absolute shambles. I mean, you got Pittsburgh sitting at the top of the division, and as the resident Steelers,
2-3. Are they 3-2?
3-2? Yeah, I think they're 3-2. Okay.
Yeah, 3-1. We had a bye.
Oh,
we're on bye week this week.
We're 3-1. So, yeah, we're 3-1. Yeah, so we're top of the division. Meanwhile, Bengals without Joe Burrow, trash. Ravens, not looking good. Browns like are second in the division right now. So just like everybody predicted. AFC is kind of a mess right now. A lot of 2-3, 3-2 teams. Yeah, definitely. AFC is very much a mess. So for tonight's game, what would you say is the Patriots' best hope of stopping the Buffalo Bills?
I don't think that they're going to stop them when the Bills are on offense. I think the Bills are probably putting up 28, 31 points plus no matter what happens tonight. The best chance the Patriots have to win this game is to come out with the same firepower that they did against Carolina last week and get the same special teams push that we did last week.
Yeah.
Because that's been one of the best things for the Patriots this season is our special teams unit. Antonio Gibson, I would say, is a top 3 kick returner in the league right now. He broke one in the preseason. He broke one 2 weeks ago. And then we've got Marcus Jones, who I think is the best punt returner in the league. Plus, I mean, we don't have much in the kicking department right now, but we're usually a well-coached unit in special teams. We've shown that so far this year and had a good amount of big plays. If we can get big contributions from special teams again, I think that might be enough to keep the game close. I'm not going to say win because it is the Bills, but it could keep the game close if we can get a big contribution from special teams.
Yeah, totally. That guy Marcus, you said Marcus Jones, is that his name?
Marcus Jones, yep.
Yeah, he is a dog.
Cornerback. Absolutely,
yeah, he's a
dog.
It was. I was watching the highlights from last week's game, and it was like every other punt was just returned for like 40, 50 touchdown. I mean, he almost had 2 touchdowns.
Franchise record. Yeah,
really.
He broke the franchise record for punt return yards in a game.
What year is he?
Big game. I think this is his 4th year. His first year in the league, he made the Pro Bowl for returner. He had a touchdown that year. Plus, he had a receiving touchdown. We put him on offense as a cornerback. Jeez. I thought he was going to be more of a gadget guy. We've kind of settled into him being like a backup slot corner / mostly special teams guy. But still, he's making big contributions out there. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another Pro Bowl nod this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the way he's playing right now, like I can totally see it. Crushing it with Branson. He's been in here for a little bit saying you got to stop James Cook. You got to try and contain Josh Allen's legs and pray the secondary does anything. But
he's right about the secondary for sure. He's right about the secondary. We did just get Carlton Davis back I think, our first game this season with both Carlton Davis and Gonzo. That's supposed to be our big new cornerback duo. And maybe it's a little bit overkill for covering Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. I think that they'll be fine against the receivers. It's about stopping James Cook because we've not stopped the run well this year. We need to stop the run this game. Sell out. Spillane last year was like the third best best rush defender on PFF. And this year he's been one of the worst. So we need Spillane to step up and do what he was doing well and stop James Cook somehow.
Robert Spillane, former Pittsburgh Steeler. I love Robert Spillane. I think like you were talking about, just you got to sell out the run. You're gonna have to score a lot of points, and you're gonna have to hope that you can win the turnover battle. If they can win the turnover battle and keep pace with the Bills, they have a very good chance. So we'll do this now because it's 7:41. We'll hop off here at 7:45. But what are your keys to victory? And then what do you think is the final score of this game? And let's start with Caleb on this one because I know Alex been talking for a little bit.
If we go both teams for the Bills, I mean, they're already doing a great job of protecting the ball. Not a lot of turnovers, so I keep doing what you do, honestly. Not really a whole lot to cover. Maybe get your receivers involved more. I know Keon Coleman can make some plays down the field. Khalil Shakir is great underneath after the catch. Yeah, guys I'm not super excited about, but, get them in space, use them to their advantages, use them to their strengths, and let them work for you. James Cook has already been balling, so don't slow him down. Keep feeding him. With the Patriots, I don't know how much you can do, but take advantage of every moment, every third down, fight. And Drake May just got to keep playing to the top tier level that we know he can play at. Pretty bland, but I didn't get a lot of time to really dive into this game, so apologies. Okay. But I am going to mix it up in the prediction.
Okay.
I think that the Patriots win.
Whoa.
I'm going to say 34-31. Last couple second field goal.
Wow, man, that's hot and spicy.
I like it.
All right, well, Alex, let's hear your take on this game.
Jeez, I don't think I can pick my own team to win. I'm surprised that the non-Patriots fan is picking my team to win, and I'm not. But I would say keys. I appreciate it. But my keys are, I've already said, special teams. If we can get some big special teams play, then we can keep it close. Secondary is going to be essential, but even more than that, just let Drake be Drake. The Bills are great because when they need him to, they let Josh thrive out of script. They let him get out of the pocket and make plays. Drake May can do the same thing. He can do it with his legs. If you let Drake be Drake like you have for the last couple of weeks when he's been the best quarterback in the NFL by EPA and completion percentage over expected, then we have a chance to keep up with the Bills. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm not going to pick the Patriots to win. I'll say final score Bills 35-28. Bills win, but Patriots cover the spread. And I think it's going to be a great game from both quarterbacks. That's what I'm looking forward to, is some really good football from two very versatile, very talented quarterbacks.
One thing I'll add in real quick, Alex, from your perspective as a fan, I know there's a lot of talk. Obviously, the running back room is kind of messy. I think last week the splits were pretty close, honestly. Obviously, Ramondre, Gibson were struggling with protecting the ball. And then we've seen different receivers kind of pop out of nowhere in New England. 1 week is Kayshon Boutte. Another week it's Stephon Diggs. I know they haven't really gotten their rookies involved at all. But who would you like to see New England really utilize tonight? You think could kind of give you guys a better edge in the run game and the pass game?
I think it's kind of a boring take, but I want to see us use Hunter Henry a good bit because he's a good matchup winner in the red zone. And I feel like he gets overshadowed. A lot of people are like, oh, Hunter Henry, who's he? I mean, everybody knows who he is, but nobody ranks him as a top 10 tight end. And then I see him play for the Patriots, and he looks like he could be top 8 tight end in the league if we just fed him the ball more. And I'm not going to be like all the other Patriots fans and say, oh, feed Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson coughs up the ball. I think Ramondre Stevenson is still a very talented running back, and he deserves carries. So if we can feed Ramondre the ball, give him good opportunities, then he can play a big part in the game script. Receivers, I don't care. Give it to whoever's open. We have like a bunch of pretty talented receivers. It's how it's been for the last 4 years, and it works for us every week. One of them has a good game. So it would be awesome if it was Diggs against his former team in Buffalo.
Yeah.
If it's not, if Pop Douglas goes off, cool, good for you, Pop. But yeah, spread it around the receiver room and target Hunter Henry in the red zone. That's what I'd say. Nice.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna highlight the Stephon Diggs revenge game. That's a pretty big storyline, and Diggs had a good game llast week. He looked healthy, which is very encouraging because he's a great receiver for Drake May to lean on. He's probably a big reason that Josh Allen started becoming successful, because if y'all remember, the first year or two of Josh was pretty poor. But yeah, so for me, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think keys to victory, obviously, I just agree pretty much with Alex. I think Patriots have to sell out to stop the run, and I don't know if they have what it takes to stop the run, because Buffalo is one of the better running teams. They can do it with Josh Allen. They can do it with James Cook. They can do it with Ray Davis. They can do a lot. And as soon as you sell out the run, then they're going to throw to one of their receivers. All their receivers are trash, which means they all can be good because they spread the ball around, and it's so frustrating.
They're
it's
like
so
us,
frustrating.
to be honest.
It completely neutralizes a guy like Christian Gonzalez.
I don't think so. I think we might line him up against Keon Coleman a lot of the game just to prevent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Oh, okay.
If you stick Gonzalez, you shadow him on Keon. Keon just does not have a good game. Keon's not beating Gonzalez.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The Bills don't need Keon.
Like
no, they
Keon,
don't.
they could just send Keon on fly routes all game long.
Right.
Then they just throw the ball away from Gonzalez, target other corners. I think Patriots could make this a fun game, especially with some of the momentum they've got. But I've got the Bills winning this one. I'm going to say 35-27 Bills. And that's my take. So
very nice.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I
think we all agree it's going to be exciting. I think we all agree it's going to be an exciting game.
It's going to be a fun game.
Fireworks. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at some of the odds.
I'll stay up.
I was just looking at some of the odds to see if I could throw another touchdown parlay together, but both the Bills and Patriots, you have no idea who's going to score.
I know. Oh, it sucks.
There's no way I'm doing that tonight.
Yeah,
Alex, you're more than welcome to leave if you want to hang out, because Logan's about to hop on to talk about tomorrow night's game. If you want to talk about that with us, you're more than welcome. But if you got to go, no worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna order a pizza and get ready to watch the game with my Bills friend, and it's gonna be a good night.
Oh
but,
yes, give him just trash talk him the whole night, even when you're losing.
Every time Drake May does something cool, I'm gonna be like, he's better than Josh Allen.
Goat.
Awesome.
Just goat. Well, Alex, thank you for coming on, dude, and we'll see you on Tuesday when you're telling
good to meet you,
everybody
Alex.
to go and buy Rico Dowdle.
Yeah,
buy Rico Dowdle. We'll see. All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, man. Have a good night.
All right. That was awesome. Now I'm going to bring Logan on to talk Chiefs Jags. Logan, what's up, man?
Oh, doing well. It was a good day of football, so I'm glad to be on the podcast. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah, man, I feel like you've been on every week. One, obviously, you're on the fantasy show, but Chiefs just always find themselves in these primetime games.
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow night, and then they play next Monday night, too. So I'll be on to talk about them again. They play Detroit next Monday night, so yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one.
I wasn't able to finish the fantasy. I wasn't able to finish the fantasy pod. I meant to ask you guys, was there any victories, anything you guys were heavy on this week that came to fruition so far?
I said start CJ Stroud, or like pick him up as a streamer. And, he took full advantage of, that pretty bad defense from Baltimore, which makes everybody look good. So I was pretty proud of that call.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a great call. You had the courage that I did not have. I think I said something about Woody Marks, and that didn't look very good today. So
yeah, I started Woody Marks in all my leagues and pretty disappointed. But I picked up Rico Dowdle, so he kind of picked up the slack in that retrospect.
I will say with the Cardinals situation I talked about because once Connor went down, everybody was crazy about Trey Benson, and I was like, nah, bro, it's Amari DeMarcado season, and sure enough, Trey Benson got hurt, and DeMarcado comes in, and to my surprise, it was actually Michael Carter season, and I wouldn't be surprised if next week. Yeah, if next week it's going to be Bam night. So,
gosh, yeah, that's what I was struggling with. I know. I was struggling heavy this past week with all these waiver wire ads I wanted and such limited bench space. I got a lot of leagues where I'm holding like CD and Rashee Rice on my bench still. I'm like, going through like Woody Marks. Do I keep Bashal Tootin? Do I go pick up Rico Dowdle? Do I get DeMarcado? And I'm pretty sure I made the wrong decision in all of them so far. So that feels really good. But we always got next week. We'll bounce back. It's okay.
I have one league where I had Brock Bowers, and of course he didn't play today. Ricky Pearsall's out. CeeDee Lamb. Oh my God. Bill got 27 points, and I had him on my bench. It was this game against my brother-in-law, and my other guys are like all on bye. I didn't want to drop anybody. So I was just going to leave my tight end spot like empty, but then I have Dak, Jalen Waddle, and then I had the Saints defense and the 49ers kicker that both got me 18 points each. So I'm very live. I had to go pick up Brenton Strange, and we're praying. But anyway, let's talk let's talk this Chiefs game. Actually, before we do that, let me answer these questions really quick. Doughboy says the Eagles have an identity problem on offense. Nick Sirianni hired Kevin Patullo, who doesn't have any experience as a play caller. It's because Nick Sirianni is not a very good coach. Next.
Book it. Write it down.
Yeah, I think that Howie Roseman is the best GM in football, and I
can't stand Sirianni.
And Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore was a huge key to that team last year. Melissa, what up, Melissa? Mel. What is Woody worth in Dynasty?
Actually, hold on. This is not Melissa talking. This is Micah Flemian talking on Melissa's phone. I made a trade this past week in one of our leagues. I traded Jalen Waddle and Woody Marks for a 26 first and a 27 second. And we had very different opinions on
I like that deal for you, to be honest with you. Gain a first for those two players, I like that.
I agree. I think it was worth it, but I don't think it was a very crazy uneven trade. But that's so funny.
Thank you, Mel or Micah. And then
Woody is worth a second.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Jags have a legit chance to beat KC. They're in Jacksonville. Chiefs haven't been outstanding this year, and Jags defense has been kind of wild. This is the game we're talking about, so I'm excited to hear what Logan has to say. So, Logan, I guess, how important is this game for you guys? You're coming off of now 2 wins. How important is this game against a pretty hot Jags team?
Yeah, I think it's obviously important, especially when you look, you play Detroit next week. Chargers, slipped again today. They're 3-2. Denver's 3-2. The Raiders are pretty much out of the division race. You could basically be the tie for top of the division if you win tomorrow. And, I'm relatively confident. I saw the news about an hour ago that Xavier Worthy's now questionable with he pulled into Jacksonville with a swollen ankle. So that's something you're going to have to pay attention to now. But I think Jacksonville, really good defense, but they've also, beat up on teams like the Texans, who weak offensive line, the Cincinnati Bengals, 49ers, also weak offensive line. So I think if Chiefs, protect Mahomes, take care of the ball, I do think Chiefs have a pretty solid shot to win this game.
Yeah, Burrow lit up the Jags, and not a lot of people have talked about that because he got hurt. But other than that, they haven't really played anyone outstanding. And I think the Jags defense is very surprising this year. I don't think anybody thought they would be good. However, I don't think they're so good that they turn the tables in this game. Cabes, what would you say is the way the Jags could beat the Chiefs in this one?
It's going to be tough because I really love what Kansas City's done with their defense. It's nothing flashy, but they play so well as a unit and are able to shut down most offenses. Um, Jaguars continue to break my heart this season because I love Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, and I don't think either one has had a game over 100 yards in the receiving. So something needs to happen. Something needs to spark in the receiving game, whether it's Trevor Lawrence play calling, switch something up and get these guys going, get everyone involved. Obviously, Travis Etienne has been balling. So now you have a great 1-2 punch with Travis and Bashal Tutin in the backfield. Continue utilizing them. I think Liam Cohen is just great at using his running backs, man. Gosh, it's so impressive. So yeah, continue using them, attacking them on all fronts. And then on defense, obviously the Chiefs don't have that crazy of a run game. I think we already kind of know that. But the Chiefs love to kind of just chip at you, similar to like the Eagles play style. They're going to pass it a lot. They're going to take shots downfield. They're going to work it to everyone. So there's really not a one guy. And you said Xavier Worthy is questionable now, right?
Yes, yeah. I guess the swollen ankle. So they're probably going to
swollen ankle.
Yeah, I don't know, how that popped up, on the flight over to Jacksonville. I don't know how, what happens, but yeah, he already has a shoulder injury, but yeah, the ankle surprised me for sure.
Yeah, and he made such a difference last week for Kansas City when he came back in. Like, it was immediate. Just like it looked like the whole offense was just functioning better when Xavier was playing. So if he plays, shut him down, take him out, keep the safety deep. Don't let him get any big splash plays on you, because as soon as he gets the team going, I think it opens up for everyone. So I think really trying to contain the Chiefs and limit the big plays downfield is going to be key for Jacksonville in this game.
Yeah. Logan, how excited are you for the prospect of finally having both Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy on the field?
I'm super excited, but now, I may have some doubts a little bit about Worthy if he's going to be, available. I'm guessing he'll be available in 2-3 weeks, but, I'm pretty excited. Once you get your full complement of weapons for Mahomes, I think, the sky's the limit for this offense. And I think, the run game is still going to be a problem. But if he has all those weapons in a passing game, I think he could overcome, a pretty mediocre running attack.
For sure.
How live is Mahomes to win MVP if once he gets both those guys back, the offense starts clicking?
I wonder if because Herbert, jumped right out of the gates as like top 3 MVP and MVP odds, and then he's kind of struggled the last 2 weeks. He's taking a lot of pressures, a lot of hits. I think Mahomes could be a shot if Rashee Rice comes back and he lifts off from that. So yeah, I think there's opportunity for him to win MVP. But you still have Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson being out now also opens the door as well. So who knows? He could be pretty alive for that.
So if one were to take a significant amount of their funds and put it on Mahomes being MVP, how much would you be willing to tell that person to put on this bet?
See, I don't want to tell people what to do with their money or what they should do with their money, especially if I turn out wrong.
Of course, for sure.
I don't know what the odds are actually right now. Maybe like a $50 or something. Not anything too crazy.
50?
Maybe just something to win. Yeah, maybe something just to win a good solid profit at the end of the year.
That should be safe, so I'm gonna add on another 200.
You go right ahead. I won't tell you what to do.
We'll be back here in what is it, 18 weeks?
Yeah, that's it's just something I've been thinking about because I love Patrick Mahomes. I just love him. And I think he's very live. I think we're getting close to seeing, 50 touchdown Mahomes again. Maybe not this year. But with those weapons, people just don't understand how bad this team has been offensively for the last 2 years.
Yes.
And so anyway, all right, let's finish this one up. So keys to victory and final score prediction for this game. I can go ahead and start first. So I'm going to just go out, plain out and say it. I think Chiefs are going to win. I think obviously I do think it depends on if Worthy plays, because Worthy, like Caleb said, really opens up the offense to be more of what they want to be. And the defense has to respect the speed of Worthy. So they do have to play a little deeper. So it opens a lot of things up. I do expect a healthy dose of Brashard Smith this week. in the run game because both Pacheco and Hunt just look juiceless, and Rashard Smith has that juice that we want. On the Jag side, I could see the Jags winning if they're opportunistic on defense and able to keep this close. But the offense has just been so up and down, and mainly down. Trevor Lawrence is really struggling despite their 3-1 record. A lot of the reason they've had success is the run game. ETN has been balling. But I will go out on a limb here and say that I think this could be the Travis Hunter standout game. Last week, the whole second half, he didn't play any snaps on defense, played predominantly on offense. From what the coaches have said, they really want to get him going on the offense. And Kansas City is been pretty bad in the slot, covering slot receivers. They're good on the corner with McDuffie out wide. But I think Hunter could have a better game. But I could also be drinking the Kool-Aid. But anyway, I think this game will probably be a little bit of a slugfest. I'm going to say 27-21 Chiefs. And, that's my prediction. So, Cabes, let's hear from you.
Gotcha. I think we kind of already covered on it. If I'm the Jaguars, Xavier Worthy goes, don't let him get the big play on you. Try to keep Mahomes contained. And if he doesn't go, then I'm anticipating seeing Hollywood Brown with 20 targets and 8 catches for 50 yards. And I guess I want to see Jalen Royals, man. Something we haven't really talked about, but I'm a big fan of Jalen Royals, and I'd love to see him there. I know I'm talking about the Jaguars, but I guess if I can transition, use Jalen Royals. He's nice. Rashard Smith and Jalen Royals can help the Chiefs win games until they get their guys back. But yeah, keep Mahomes contained. I don't know. I think like Logan said, like even having the weak running game, and maybe not even having Xavier Worthy, I think Mahomes still finds a way. So in that case, Trevor Lawrence needs to keep up on offense, continue to move the ball down the field, make plays, a good balance of running and passing the ball. And I'm like I said, it's hard to be optimistic for the Jaguars right now because of how they've looked offensively and to an extent defensively. But I think I am gonna go with the safe bet here and say Chiefs win this game. I don't know how many points we're gonna put in there. I'm gonna go ahead and say 27-13 Chiefs.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that strong Chiefs defensive performance. Logan, what about you?
So my keys to the game, Cam, you brought up Travis Etienne. I think he is the engine of that offense. And Trevor Lawrence, I am not really scared of him. As a Chiefs fan, he doesn't put fear into our defense. So I think if the Chiefs can stifle Travis Etienne, make sure he doesn't produce any explosive plays, I think that's one of the keys. And then another key is just don't give the ball away to Jacksonville. They've actually forced a lot of turnovers this year. They forced 4 turnovers against the 49ers, really put their offense in advantageous situations, and plus territory most of the time. So I think if, Chiefs take care of the ball, keep Mahomes upright, I think Chiefs shouldn't really have a problem winning this game. The Worthy injury is kind of worrisome for me, but I still think Chiefs find a way to win. I'm kind of along the same lines with Caleb. I have 27-17 in this one. I think the Chiefs defense does a good job of shutting down Trevor Lawrence and his offense.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I have to say, I just looked. I also had a 10-leg parlay that I dropped today that was so close to hitting.
Was it money lines or was there like
No, it was player props. So it was in that Bucks and Seahawks game, which turned out to be a great game. That's
Great
why I
game.
need to go back and watch. Rashad White 40+ rushing yards, hit. Kenneth Walker 40+ rushing yards, hit. Baker Mayfield 10+ rushing yards, hit. JSN 60+ receiving yards, hit. Emeka Egbuka 50+ receiving yards, hit. Sterling Shepard 20+ receiving yards, hit. Torrey Horton 10+ receiving yards, hit. Cooper Kupp 3+ receptions, hit. AJ Barnard 2+ receptions, hit. And then Chris Godwin 4+ receptions, and he hit 3.
Oh my God.
man?
Pain.
I'll tell you what, it was Ohio State wide receiver battle in that one with
Dude,
Egbuka
it was.
and JSN. I mean, those two players
Yeah.
blew up in that game.
Yeah. In fact, Logan, are you in a rush? Do you need to go, or do you want to stay and talk about some of the later games with us real quick?
Yeah, I can talk real quick.
Cool.
I'm not in a huge rush.
All right, we're going to try to get off at like 8:15, and we'll go through some of these games. Let's talk about that Bucs and Seahawks game. 38-35, Buccaneers win. Final, I think it was like a final second field goal is what I saw. So looking at the stat line, Baker Mayfield, 379 yards, only 4 incompletions on 33 passes. Two touchdowns.
Right now, he's MVP-wise. He's
dog.
He's probably top 2, top 3 right now. They're 4-1.
God, I love Baker.
And Emeka Egbuka, 7 receptions, 163 yards, and a touchdown. I am just, wow. I am in shock and awe. On the Seahawks side, Sam Darnold, 28 of 34. I mean, just as good. 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick.
Did you say you had a chance to watch it? Did you watch this game, or did you have a chance to watch it?
I fell asleep.
I saw bits and pieces.
Okay, so at the end, the reason why the Bucs had the ball late in the game is Sam Darnold threw a pick on the final drive that got tipped.
Last
minute.
Changed
the trajectory of the ball. That's the reason why Buccaneers got the ball. And I think they were like on Seattle's 38 when they got the ball. So it was really just that one interception that was really the difference of the game.
Wow. That is just insane. I mean, Seahawks have been so good this year. I'm shocked. They are definitely the team that shocked me the most, more so than the Colts.
They're good.
I thought they were tanking, but Kenneth Walker, 10 carries, 86 yards. He played well. Still splitting time with Charbonnet. Charbonnet's trash. I mean, not trash, but he's just not as good.
He's not a good runner, and they give him all the goal line carries. I don't know if you've seen it, but God, it's freaking flashbacks to Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. But K9 gets him down the field. They get the 10-yard line, and you see Shard just come running out, waving them off. And Shard gets a goal line carry, and every fantasy manager in the world just hits their knees and looks up to this guy.
He scored a goal line touchdown today. I think it was like a 7-yard touchdown or something like that earlier.
Yep. It's been happening, dude.
It's just Seahawks have committed to the committee approach at running back to keep Kenneth Walker healthy. And while us fantasy guys probably can't stand that because we know how good Kenneth Walker is, it's probably the best thing for him. But yeah, AJ Barner too. AJ Barner had a good game. 7 receptions, 53 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Instead of your 2+ receptions, you should have done 2+ touchdowns. That's what you should have done.
I know. Dude, I could have been a millionaire. If I had 2+ touchdowns on AJ Barner, golly.
Yeah,
I will say
we'd be running the show right now, Logan, not this guy. He'd be booking his plane ticket to the Bahamas.
He wouldn't be here.
I will say the one thing that was very disappointing. I was very high on Sean Tucker for this game. I'm still a Sean Tucker believer. I loved him as a prospect, and I thought they were going to use him. And instead, they ran Rachaad White 14 attempts for 41 yards. Rachaad White's not a good runner. Great pass catcher, not a good runner. But one guy I really liked, Tez Johnson. I don't know if you guys saw him at all today, but made some great plays, man. He is so quick, so shifty. Oh, he's so fun to watch.
150 pounds too, but he still makes a huge difference on that field. He's literally the smallest guy in the NFL, like weight wise. He's the smallest.
He's about your size.
Wow.
Logan.
He's tiny.
Yeah, I'm about 150.
Dang.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He was great at Oregon. So, all right, let's talk about this Panthers Dolphins game. Panthers win. Wow, that was a crazy one because the Dolphins were definitely whooping up on them in the first half, and then classic Panthers, come back later in the game. Still just an ugly game overall, but was there anything that stuck out to y'all in this one?
It was just really Miami blowing the game. And, Bryce Young in the first half, I think he had he had a fumble and interception, I believe, in the first half, and it kind of looked like the same old Bryce Young experience. And then, Tua and the offense kind of sputtered after, only scoring 17 the first quarter, I believe. To me, it's just Miami blowing the game. And you have to give credit for Carolina sticking in there, but it's just a blown opportunity for the Dolphins.
Yeah, this is what you call your classic mid-off.
Yes.
But like we said, Rico Dowdle with over 200 rushing yards is insane. And I played him in fantasy in multiple leagues, and it is irritating.
What, you think you're a guru now? What,
I might be a guru.
I picked him up early. I picked him up on Thursday after I saw Chuba wasn't practicing again, and I put him in the line ahead of Jameson Williams, like last second. I'm so glad.
Wow. No. I didn't mean that I picked him up. I'm saying that he was playing against me in multiple leagues. Um,
Oh.
yeah. So the guru, I was playing the guru, is what I'm saying.
I, like an idiot, was very heavy on Isaiah Davis.
Yeah.
This past week because I like Isaiah Davis. I think he's pretty good. And Dowdle was right there. I almost picked up Dowdle, and then I was like, oh wait, Isaiah Davis is here. Let me get him.
I did Sean Tucker and DeMarcardo.
Dowdle
So.
sucks.
Ted McMillan had a good job, good showing. 6 catches, 73 yards. He's going to be good. It doesn't matter the team's bad. It's very rare that you do see wide receivers do well with bad teams, and he's going to be one of them. He's good.
Well, it's so annoying because both him and Genty, I brought it up with Genty earlier, but like they were eating in the first half. I think Ted had 5 of his 6 receptions in the first half. And he ends with 6 receptions for 73 yards. Like, I just don't understand why they don't just keep feeding him. He's easily the best playmaker on the offense. And if Bryce wants to be any good in this league, like, you better target the best guy on your team. But yeah, do y'all think Mike McDaniels gets fired after this game?
I don't think. I mean, I think he'll eventually get fired. I still think I'll give it a few weeks at least until he gets fired. But yeah, I mean, they play the Chargers next week. They'll probably lose that game too. I would probably say week 9, week 10, he probably gets fired, and maybe that's a little too late.
I love Mike McDaniels.
I do too. I don't think he's a good
I wish we'd have him.
But
No, but as an offensive coordinator, he is a
And
genius.
then I do think it's tough to coach like Tua. When you have Tua, your quarterback, it's going to be tough to win a lot of games when you have a mismatch at that position.
Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's move to Commanders and Chargers. Commanders win 27-10 with the return of Jaden Daniels.
Bill.
And it's the Bill breakout game, baby. Bill, 14 carries for 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 receptions for 39 yards. How high are we
and
on
a fumble,
Bill, Logan? Hey.
Oh, I think he definitely took over the backfield in this game. They were, they're splitting the carries, 3 ways between Chris Rodriguez and the other name slipping my mind right now. But, they were splitting McNichols, thank you. But he kind of took over the backfield in this game. I was pretty disappointed because, I am a Chiefs fan, but I did have a bet with the Chargers money line in this game. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have Bet365, but if your team goes up 17-0, you get an early payout. Even if they lose the game, you still hit that leg. And the Chargers were driving, and Quinn Johnson fumbles right before halftime, and that's really when the game slipped away for the Chargers. It really flipped after QJ fumbled there.
Yeah, man, what's going on with the Chargers? They were looking so good.
Offensive line injuries, and I think defensively they're really well coached, but they do not have the personnel. They don't have really a star on that side of the ball other than outside of Derwin James. And I think they need to make a trade for a Trey Hendrickson or something.
Joey Bosa is hurt. Did he get hurt? No, his brother got hurt.
Joey Bosa is on the Bills.
Yeah, Joey Bosa's not there anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. And then
I'm an idiot. Gosh.
Yeah, you're tripping, bro.
They have Khalil Mack who's injured right now, so they just don't really have a pass rush at the moment.
Yeah, they're just losing the games in the trenches on both sides. Hate to see it because, like you said earlier, Herbert was the early favorite for MVP coming right out the gates, and that has quickly shifted. And man, just sad to see. Good to see Lad McConkey score a touchdown.
Yeah, and Hampton also got hurt in this game as well, so we'll have to see.
Was that serious? Do you think?
I saw the play. It was on 4th and 2, and he was just running like a quick out route from the backfield, and he got clipped. And I'm pretty sure it was his ankle. And so I don't know if it's anything serious or his pain tolerance, but he didn't return the rest of the game. And maybe it's because the game was out of reach, but yeah, he was not in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jaden was back this game. Good to see him, dude. Luke McCaffrey had such a sick catch. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a deep ball, 50-yarder.
It was right after the the punter, right?
Yeah. That was it. And he just lays out for it. The defender's right on him. Like it's hand in hand. And he makes the catch. I was like, wow. The McCaffreys are back on the map.
Let's go. We're so back. All right, last game we got to cover, and then we can head off. Lions and Bengals looked like an early blowout, and Bengals just come storming back. Still lose by 2 scores. But yeah, Lions. You knew the Lions were going to put up points against this terrible Bengals defense. I'm pretty shocked at how bad their offense played, which says a lot. They should have put up 50 and they only put up 37. I guess what stands out to you guys in this game? I guess I'll just say it. I think the run game has suffered the most since Ben Johnson's left. When Ben Johnson was there last year, like it was like every game Jahmyr Gibbs was like breaking off these huge runs. They just knew how to get them into space, and it feels like they're just like jamming these guys up the middle. And it's not. I mean, they're still like running the ball well. I mean, Gibbs had 54 yards and 12 carries. Montgomery had 65 yards on 18 carries, but just not that dominant. Like last year, I mean, they were close to like 100 yards each. Many games. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, they lost multiple interior offensive linemen before the year started, and I believe Taylor Decker wasn't playing today. But yeah, the run game today, I was kind of surprised that it wasn't more dominant, especially against the Bengals defense. Like there was times where they just were not running the ball well. They were getting like 1 to 2 yards per carry sometimes. I mean, there's not a lot of takeaways for me this game. I do think, the Lions left a lot of meat on the bone. I think that there was a lot of times where they, got a turnover and they didn't really take advantage of it. The Bengals have a quarterback issue. Drake, 3 awful interceptions. Probably need to go Jameis if they have any chance of competent. But the offensive line and quarterback, that's probably their main things that are holding them back right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think, James?
I agree. Jake Browning is just not it. I think get some late game success with Jamar Chase, obviously. But I know all those people that said that Joe Burrow is not that good and he's carried by his receivers. I think this is point in the pudding that you have to be good still in the NFL, even if your receivers are good. Yeah, that'd be sweet. See them go get Jameis Winston, or me and Cam were talking about Mac Jones earlier. Mac Jones is a great QB. I don't know if they would let go of Mac right now because of the problems he has.
I don't think they would. Yeah, Brock Purdy. I wonder if Brock Purdy, serves a stint on the IR because that turf toe injury got worse when he played Jacksonville and he didn't play Thursday. They
should put him on the IR.
Yeah. And Mac Jones, I mean, they're having more success than Mac Jones right now than Brock Purdy.
I know, genuinely, yeah. And kind of to the run game, I'm still waiting to see Jameson Williams get more involved. He's been, since his rookie year where he was injured all year, has slowly been kind of getting back to his truer self and getting better. But I really feel like stretching the field was what they were good at last year with Jameson and other players and could open up the run game more. So I'd love to see him take some more deep shots, whether it's Jameson or Tesla or, whoever, and kind of open up some more for the runners to break off bigger chunk plays in the trenches. But yeah, I'm glad there was more points scored in this game on the Bengals side. That's for sure.
Yeah. The Jameson Williams part that you're talking about, it's kind of odd because they just gave him a 3-year, $83 million extension a week before the season, and now his utilization is not. He's not getting targets. He's not getting.
It's not there.
And during the offseason, everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna be his breakout season. He's gonna be used more." And it kind of seems like he's just using the same gadget down the field role, not really a lot of intermediate targets. That's all going on and raw. It's an odd situation to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jose. I know Jose is flying high right now with that Broncos victory, and we're with you, Jose. I know. I know I talked bad about your Broncos when we were talking about the Bengals maybe beating them. Obviously, that didn't happen. But thank you so much to the Broncos faithful for beating the Philly Eagles. Can't stand the Eagles, and they deserved everything they got today.
Am I the only one here? And I don't know what your opinion's on, but like Jalen Hurts, I think he's so overrated. Like I do not think he's that great of a quarterback. And like
he's a system quarterback. He's a system quarterback in my opinion.
And all that. And I know they outright beat the Chiefs in Super Bowl. So I'm not even trying to be like hating on him. It's just like when I watch him, I just don't like with these weapons, this offense should not be struggling this much.
Yeah. I'm like right there with you. We've talked about this before. I mean, everybody's seen me.
Yeah. Do you
always here? He's always here. He just sits right beside me, just looks at me menacingly. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback in the traditional sense. However, I think he's a good. He can manage a game well. Like to his credit, he hasn't turned the ball over in the last like 10 or 12 games or something like that. That I was reading a stat about it. He hasn't turned the ball over at all in the last 10 to 12 games, which is just stellar. I mean,
isn't
really
that
good.
a problem within itself, though? Proving that he's not pushing the ball down the field, he's not taking.
And that's
agreed. When you're throwing the
Yeah.
ball only 20 times a game and the throws you're making are under 10-yard throws, then it's way less of a chance that you are turning the ball over.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. He's not a good thrower of the ball. I think he's inaccurate. I think he doesn't see the field well. I think he looks to run early on. And if his guy's not wide open, he's not throwing him open, but regardless, you look at the NFL landscape as a whole, there's a lot of bad quarterbacks. And so, like Trevor Lawrence was a guy who was highly heralded coming out of college as the next Andrew Luck, like the closest prospect we had to Andrew Luck. Trevor Lawrence can't see the field. That dude is so bad. And so like, I'd rather have a Hurts who can run and convert like the tush push, even though it's the most annoying play in football.
It's also pretty illegal as well.
And it's illegal when they do those offsides, or the false start. But I agree. I agree with you because a lot of people would have him ranked in the top 5 of quarterbacks. I think he's more like a 10 to 15 guy.
Agreed.
Where would you have him in the top 32?
I mean, it's probably somewhere in there. I do think, I don't know how much he's going to have, like, this hunch of winning the Super Bowl. Like, how many years are people going to say, oh, he won the Super Bowl, so you have to keep him up where he's at. I just think a lot of quarterbacks would succeed in that system. And I think a lot of quarterbacks would find actually more success in that system because, I mean, people always blame the OC and all that. I think, these routes that are having receivers run, I don't think that they want to run these routes. I think it's more about the limitations of Jalen Hurts. Like, A.J. Brown's running in breaking routes constantly. And he can run every route on the route tree. I just think Jalen Hurts is very limited, and he doesn't throw with much anticipation either. Like you said, he has to see receivers open before he throws it.
Who's the better quarterback, Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray?
I'll take Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
I just saw the Cardinals. Yeah. I just saw the Cardinals blow a lead, like a 15-point lead to the Titans in the fourth quarter. I'm not taking Kyler. No.
We saw Kyler Murray single-handedly almost kill Marvin Harrison's soul last week. So
yes.
Gosh, yeah. I really quick because you commented on the Jameson Williams thing, and I just had to say, like, it's just so funny. It's to me, it's so like so annoying. I've been out on Jameson Williams ever since he came into the league, and then this was the year that I was like, well, they paid him. He played pretty well last year. All right, so I'm going to draft him. Like, good. He's a decent price, need receivers. I've got him in so many leagues. And, dude, he is 1 catch for 9 yards against the bank. Brother, what are we doing?
No, I was in a league where I was choosing between him and Rashee Rice in my draft. And I'm like, man, Rice is out 6 weeks. I'm like, there's all this hype about JMO. I'm like, I have to hold Rashee for 6 weeks. I'm just on my bench, and I have not started Jameson Williams once, so it's the same thing.
Gosh,
it's been so frustrating.
The crazy part is this whole time we should have been taking Quentin Johnson over both of them. So shows how much we know.
Exactly. And last
we're
thing
all
I'll
idiots.
say, just as for fantasy purposes, Jamar Chase, what a dog! That first touchdown catch was insane.
Yeah.
But he had 6 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. This is what an elite receiver looks like with Jake Doo-Doo Browning as the quarterback. Jamar Chase is just a dog. And I know a lot of people were panic selling him this last week.
You never panic sell.
No, you don't.
Ever.
Like, people are talking about trading him for Quentin Johnson. It's like,
yeah, dude.
If you invested the first overall pick on Jamar Chase, after 4 weeks, I'm not trading him for a receiver who I don't think
never panic sell. There's no such thing as panic selling.
Production. So Jamar Chase, I think go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish your thought.
I would just say you don't trade a player that can succeed with any quarterback. And Jamar Chase is a superstar receiver. So if you're going to trade him, you have to get at least a good price for him.
A good price for him, exactly.
But I know we shouldn't be really talking about fantasy as much, but is this now the time to sell high on Jamar Chase?
No,
I don't think so, because the schedule's going to lighten up a little bit. He just went through, he's faced Minnesota, Denver, Detroit.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good defenses, and it's going to lighten up here in the next few weeks.
And plus,
Agreed.
Once Jameis gets there, I mean, it's to the moon.
Exactly.
He's breaking records, dude.
We'll see Jameis there by Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's right.
we'll be seeing the W.
Love Jamar Chase. So, all right. Well, that's all the games. It is 8:30, so we're already missing some of this game, but it is what it is. We do this for the people. So, anyway, Logan, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Logan, good to officially meet you, man. Good stuff.
Good to meet you too, Caleb.
Yeah. We'll probably see you on Tuesday, talk fantasy, and then for everybody else, hope you guys enjoy your Sunday night and Monday night watching these games. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and follow us anywhere you listen to podcasts. And with that, we are out. So we will see you next time. Peace.